It's Charity Oland with Fountain Mortgage, and I'm back with this week's Future Proof. You've caught us today in part 2 of a 4-part series that we're calling Project Open House. So if you missed last week, please go back and watch that first, and then come back and join us for today's session, where we're going to be talking all about marketing your open house. Last week was mindset. Today is what to do before the open house to set you up for success. Next week will be during the open house, and then we'll finish up with what to do after the open house. As you can imagine, marketing is one of the most important parts of any successful open house. When you are thinking about what house to take on, you need to figure out what's the best house to get the best traffic. What do I mean by that? Think about the buyers that you're looking for. If you're wanting to sell to those buyers like most of us do in Kansas City in that $250,000 to $500,000 range, pick the right house. These buyers are going to look up. They're going to be in $1 million homes. They're going to tour $1.5 million homes. Some of those that sit on the market a little bit longer, because who doesn't like to go see a luxury property? But they're not going to tour $180,000 homes. So it's okay to go up and pick something nice that you will meet good buyers at. Even if you think that people coming through that property aren't going to be in that price range, most of them won't, but you'll find the ones that you're looking for. So it's time to start thinking, now that you've chosen your house, how am I going to market this? You should have 2 goals in mind with every open house. 1 is to make a memory, and 2 is to make an appointment, because if you're memorable, you're also hireable. So we are going to go through a series of ideas today. There'll be a lot of them. Don't get analysis paralysis. This is just a lot of different unique ideas that I've seen over the years, and some that we've come up with ourselves, that help realtors tear down that wall between the prospects that are coming through the door and you. How can we warm that relationship up? How can we tear down that resistance to sales that we find in our open houses? So let's launch into a couple ideas, and be sure to just pick the ones that feel authentic to you, something you want to try next time. You won't be able to do all of these, but let's launch right in. Okay, you might have done open houses in the past where you're throwing up a sign pointer on that corner 20 minutes before the open house starts. I'm going to challenge you, put those signs out early. This is going to be your first step to having a successful open house. Think about a week in advance. People who are in that neighborhood are going to see that sign, and you want them to tell their friends and family. And then people who want to live in that neighborhood are going to be driving past. So use a unique sign too. Try to think of something that maybe isn't your brokerage sign, but something you buy that's unique on Etsy, something that's eye-catching. So that's idea number 1. And then as you're getting ready for this open house, post gorgeous photos on your social media channels and use those hashtags. If you don't know what a hashtag is, it's just a way for people to search a specific topic. So if you're hosting an open house in Brookside, you're going to want to post hashtag Brookside on all of your social media channels so that people can find you. People that are wanting to move here from out of town, people that are wanting to know more about Brookside, or who are just Brookside fans, are going to see this listing. Think about creating a potential attendee list before the doors even open. That means calling your circle of influence and perhaps running a reverse prospecting list in MLS that will tell you who's been looking in that neighborhood, so you can reach out to those agents and let them know you're going to be hosting something open on the weekend. Here's an idea: host a VIP wine and cheese party for neighbors only. We're going to get into that in just a second. I'll go into that detail a little bit more. But first, a few more ideas on your marketing. While we're talking about social media, think about making it an event on Facebook. You can create an event and then invite everybody that you know. Promote your open house to renters. There are lots of people who are renting right now who really want to buy. If you have a relationship with a landlord or have some way to reach those renters in those apartment buildings, find that way and leverage that relationship. Call your circle of influence, of course. Create a video tour of the property before it comes on the market and post that online where everyone can see it. Work with your lender, that'd be us, to create financing flyers. People who come through that house are really going to want a full sense of how much is this payment, what can I expect in property taxes and insurance. So let's give them a good idea of that with several different loan scenarios, different down payments. We can provide that for you. Speaking of what we can provide for you, infographics on the neighborhood. Reach out to us. Let us know you're having an open house, and we can provide you with beautiful infographics for your open house that detail the schools in the area, the parks, the restaurants, banks, and things like that. So basically just know your plan, know where you're placing your signs and when, have contracts in hand, have those seller's disclosures ready, know everything about that property front to back. Even if it's not your listing, know how old the roof is, know about the systems. So let's go back to that first idea about the neighbors only wine and cheese. Final idea I'll leave with you today. It's one we've had a lot of success with here at Fountain Mortgage and with our realtor partners. Neighbors. Neighbors think that you don't want them coming through the house, but you do. You want to meet their friends and family. You want to have them tell people about this house that is for sale in this neighborhood. And then remember, it's not about selling this house. It's about meeting your next round of buyers. So create an invitation, not a property flyer. Make it look like cardstock, something, 5x7 or so, and then blanket the few blocks around your open house ahead of the event. consider doing it on a Thursday and let it be scarcity. People love to come to things that are exclusive, so must have that invitation in hand to attend. Put that somewhere on there. Use it as a neighborhood block party in the summertime. It's a great way to have people come by, have some wine and cheese, have some games set up for the kids. And this is really a good conversation starter. You'll meet the neighbors who will say, wow, my house isn't priced this high and I think it looks better. So set those pricing appointments with those people. Let them know that you're an expert in that area. So if you want to do a neighbors only wine and cheese, reach out to us. We have the program in place. We're happy to partner with you on that. So as we wrap up our message, as you can see, marketing is the most important part of a successful open house. Partner with us. Partner with other agents who have listings that you can host open, maybe in those higher price points, and find some ideas that work for you. That's it for this week. Join us next week on what to do during the open house. Hope everyone is well, and I hope to see you then.